What's up, everyone? It's the Ghost of MC back again, and I actually went at locals this weekend. I actually went X-1, so I went 2-1 at my locals. Actually, I went to a different locals this week instead of going to my typical Dream Wizards because they had a Magic pre-release this weekend. I decided to go to Landslide Game Center in Clinton, and I've been there before, so it was pretty chill. I like it. It's a pretty chill area. I mean, in terms of like getting you prepared for what you're going to be facing at like regionals and stuff, I'd say, yeah, I'd say go down there, to be honest. It's a nice non-toxic environment. I'm not gonna say that Dream Wizards is a toxic environment, because it's not. It just, there are some differences, and some of this is just the players itself. Most of it's actually just the players themselves, pretty much getting salty when they lose to dumb stuff. I mean, it's locals. What do you expect? Like, I mean, they're like, I paid all this money for this deck, and they just, complaining for reasons. But anyways, so I only lost to Altergeist, and why I lost to Altergeist is I bricked game 1, and game 2, he had all the outs. And well, when I say he had all the outs, I really mean he kind of, I kind of popped his Waking the Dragon, not knowing it was Waking the Dragon. Someone played Waking the Dragon in 2019. Wow. And he summoned Ultimate Falcon. I had no out to that. It's too big. And no kaijus, because I mean, I could play kaijus, but no. Yeah, that just was out of the blue. So I took an L to that. There you go. And other than that, my other two matches were Paleo Frogs and what was the other one? Trickstars. Yeah. So I beat Trickstars thanks to time. Shout out to my friend Kevin. He was the one I had beaten time. I mean, he didn't reincarnation lock me, which is what was gonna that was gonna give me the scoop and go to game 3, and then I pretty much just win there because, I mean, unless he somehow did the same thing, but it's like if I bricked, then he would have won. But he didn't break. Round 1, I actually lost to. I won, but I should have lost to Paleo. He just did not draw into any of the stuff he needed. So, and the funny thing is, Kevin had the same match, and this was interesting. For me, he didn't draw into any frogs. For Kevin, he didn't draw into any Paleo. So it's like, huh? Well, I mean, so you need both? I mean, I guess I don't remember how Paleo Frogs work, to be honest. I just know shut down their traps and you should be good. I mean, they can get rid of Danko, but not really. It takes more effort. So, anyways, that's enough jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get right into the deck profile. So I actually play a pretty interesting list. Pretty standard for the True Dracos in particular. We actually play one Dynamite Knight. That guy's the trap guy. You can just grab the traps and then you can either activate them or you can add them to hand. I usually activate them unless I know they're trying to pop my stuff, or they will be able to pop, or let me say this, unless they can banish my stuff or remove it without, popping it. Then we play 3 of the Majesty Maiden. You have to play 3. It's good. I mean, it's bad, but it's good. You grab the monsters. That's all it does. There you go. And the best little one is Ignis Heat, because Ignis Heat basically says, oh yeah, I can grab spells. And the spells are the ones that are the good ones because they are the draw power. And they're the ones who give you all those additional summons, which is great. It makes True Draco broken. So, and it's all of these, the lowest attack in this deck is 2,000. I'm going to let you know. But all the true Dracos are, you know, higher. And the only problem is that they are high levels, so if you don't have any traps, then you can work on true Dracos, which is traps or spells. You can break on monsters, and that's possible, although it doesn't really happen, but it is possible. So those are the standard true Dracos. Then we have Metaltron. So Metaltron, I decided to play because it has that masterpiece effect where it is unaffected by whatever you use to tribute for it. Although you do need 3, that's why you do need 3 tributes, which is why I only play 1. But if you go first for whatever reason, and well, not for whatever reason, but if you go first and you get your monster out, and then you have a spell card and a trap card, and you use the spell card to tribute to be able to tribute, you go into Metaltron, and then it's unaffected because you'll use 3 tributes of different types, and there you go. That's all it really takes. And then you have an unaffected 3,000 attack point monster. Yes, this still couldn't get over Ultimate Falcon. This is the biggest monster you play. And the problem is unless you don't use spells, it doesn't even get the diagram boost. Like, it's crazy. So careful with this. This one's interesting. You also mainly use it if you have the extra deck, because if it dies, you get something from the extra deck. So I mean, yay. But I mean, it was pretty good. It won me 2 games. Yeah, 2 games. Then we have Inspector Border. We play 2. It's good. It's good in this deck. You have it as your first normal, and then pretty much they have 1 hand trap, and then you're fine. There you go. So, well, you don't even use your monster effects during your turn, really. So you use them during your opponent's turn, so it doesn't even matter. And this pretty much just shuts them down from doing stuff. Then we have Triple Diagram. Diagram basically is the bread and butter of this deck. Without Diagram, this deck doesn't exist. It searches. There you go. It pops and searches. 2 things that this deck desperately needs. Also gives a boost, and it actually adds protection. So it's just protection by battle, but it's still good. So you gotta play 3. And obviously 2 terraforming. You'd play 3 if 3 were available, but you know, it's only that 2, so you gotta play the 2 terraforming. Next up, we have Triple Card of Demise and double Pot of Duality, and last but not least, 1 Pot of Desires. So why I decided to do it this way, I did a 3-2-1 stack. Pot of Desires is probably the worst draw card in this deck because you have the chance of losing important stuff. Pot of Duality's pretty good. It just is not the same as drawing, so it's weird. It's excavating, so it's disgusting. Other than that, I mean, and also you got to reveal what you're playing. So like if you are in game 2 and you don't want to reveal what you side decked, or if you have that 1 card and then you need 1 more card in hand, like you kind of miss out on it. So, but Card of Demise is the best one by far because you usually use this after battle phase if it's turn 2, and then also after you've dumped your entire hand and you just need, you know, more field presence. And there you go. Card of Demise is the card. So there you go. Then we have, for the True Draco spell cards, we have True Draco Heritage. We play that at 3, and True Draco Phoenix. Disciples. Same difference. You use this Disciples for recycling, and you use Heritage for the draw. So you do get a draw off the Draco Phoenix, but its main job is to recycle. Both of them actually, their main job is really to be able to tribute and pop. That's basically it. So these hit grave, they pop stuff. Oh, they pop spells and traps on the field. So that's great. But they also, like, these two cards make this entire deck. If these two cards don't exist, you cannot play the deck. It's not even possible at that point. It just like, without those two cards, the deck's just bad. Then last thing for spells is triple call by the grave, because hand traps scare me a lot. Then we have, for the traps, we have one True King's Return. You'd play this at 3 if it were available at 3, but it's at 1, so yeah. And all the traps basically say you can pop monsters when they hit grave, and return, all it does is special something from grave. You use it during your opponent's turn. And also you contribute during your opponent's turn, which is great, so yay. Then we have True Draco Apocalypse. You gotta play that at 3 because there's only 4 traps that are allowed. Also, this is really good because not only does it pop, not only does it allow you to tribute, but it can make sure that you don't lose in time. Like, you can pop a different True Draco card and then permanently have all of their monsters on the field's attack. There you go. So they have something that can cause you game, or can give them game. Yeah, you gotta have that. And there you go. Use it usually when they are going into battle phase, but you can just use it if they're getting ready to pop it. So, yeah. Then you have double rivalry. You play 2 rivalry because you side deck 2. What is it? There can only be ones, and that's all you really do. That's pretty standard. It's good in my area because a whole lot of people are playing like Orcus and making sure that they can only have one type. It's just it's better than there can only be one in my area. So I mean, my area started changing and started now doing everything with one solid type. So I mean, I think I'm going to start siding them a little bit more often. We'll see. I'm deciding because there's a regional coming up soon, so I'll decide before then. So yep, 2 rivalries. You gotta play 3 Crackdown. It just you have to. It's literally, they summon something, you steal it. Oh, and then here's the cool thing: you distribute their monster for your own thing, and there you go. You don't even have to give them back their monster. And it's a continuous spell. I'm sorry, continuous trap. Wow. So there you go. Then you also have Waterfall of the Dragons of Dragon Souls. This one I did not know was as good as it was until I played it. And essentially, if they're getting ready to board wipe you anyways, all you do is activate Waterfall. And let's say you have even one worm on board, you still draw 2. So you're straight. You should be fine. Yeah, it's a really good card. I don't know what else could be said about it. Also, it searches. I mean, this is a card that's, liable to get hit by Ash, but like, it's okay. I play it at 1 because it's a pretty good card. Anyways, on to the side deck. For the side deck, we actually play 3 Danko. Danko actually doesn't hurt us in this deck, because you don't actually need to set stuff in this deck. If your opponent's playing something like Altergeist or something like Paleo, it's better to shut their back row down than attempt to use your back row. And also, you can just use the spells and pop stuff. So, also you can tribute off Danko, so it doesn't really matter. Next up, we have 2 Vanity's Fiend, because you summon Vanity's Fiend against anything that can't run over it, and you win. There you go. Especially against Salad. Oh my gosh. This would have been so good, except I didn't face any Salad. I didn't even use this. I really didn't use Vanity's Fiend during this one, mainly because it was only 3 rounds. But I see it doing a lot more in the future. Then we have the 2. There can only be one. You play 2 because you side the rivalries out for that. Depending on your matchup, you might need that. You might need rivalry, depending. So, play 2 evenly. This would probably be impermanences, except I like evenly better because board wipes are great. Then 2 Unending Nightmare because gotta be able to take care of back row, and it's a continuous spell trap. Sorry, it's a continuous trap. Ugh. 1 Imperial Iron Wall because Imperial Iron Wall basically says, yeah, you don't lose to Orcus, you don't lose to Thunder Dragon, you don't lose to any reincarnation stuff. So, yeah, Imperial Iron Wall is great. Imperial Order means you don't lose to Sky Striker, you don't lose to Sky Striker, you don't lose to Sky Striker. Basically, that's all it is there for. I mean, nothing else, to be honest. And last but not least, we play 2 Monarch Stormforth because Stormforth says, yeah, big monster, we tribute that. Yeah, if I had known my Ultra Guys matchup was going to include Ultimate Falcon, I would have definitely cited that in, because then just tribute all. Well, I mean, I'm not sure. Well, no. It doesn't affect the monster. It literally just allows it to be tributed. It allows the player to tribute an opponent's monster, but it doesn't affect the monster itself. So it's just as if I was tributing that monster for something else. Like if I controlled it, it'd be like me tributing it. So there you go. So that is it. Obviously, there's no extra deck. Although you can play the deck with an extra deck, I choose not to because no, I don't think True Draco with an extra deck is good. Only changes I would make is playing the Monarchs Erupt. It's just I cannot find them and I refuse to pay for them. I want to trade for them and get them that way. I mean, if I can't get them before regionals, and then I'll just buy them. But I don't really want to unless I absolutely have to. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and smash that like button. And go ahead and click that subscribe button and tap that notification bell as well so you can stay fully updated on all new videos that come out as soon as they come out. This has been the Ghost of MC coming at you with the True Draco deck list. I went to X-1 at locals. Only 3 rounds. Thank you for watching and have a nice one.